Hey everyone, welcome back to another very informative video. I am grateful that you are here. I'm always looking for new ways to make money, and lately, everyone's been talking about dropshipping. You know, that online business model where you don't actually keep any of the products you sell in stock? It sounded perfect for a side hustle, especially since I wanted to start small, like really small. So, I challenged myself to dip my toes into the dropshipping world with a budget of just 50 bucks. Could I actually make it work? Let's just say it was an interesting ride. Dropshipping, for those who don't know, is like being that friend who knows where to get everything. You set up an online store and list products. When someone buys something, you order it from a supplier and they ship it directly to the customer. You're the middleman, connecting buyers and suppliers without ever touching the physical product. The best part, you can start with very little money, which was perfect for my $50 experiment. I was excited about the potential. No inventory to manage, low startup costs, and the flexibility to work from anywhere with an internet connection. It seemed like the perfect side hustle for someone with a busy schedule like mine. But I also knew that dropshipping, like any business, had its challenges. Competition was fierce, and I'd need to find a way to stand out from the crowd. With my $50 budget in mind, I knew I had to be smart about every decision. From choosing the right platform for my online store to selecting products and figuring out marketing, every penny counted. I was determined to make the most of my limited resources and see if I could turn my $50 investment into a profitable side hustle. First things first, I needed an online store. Shopify was the popular choice, but their monthly plans were out of the question for my $50 budget. Instead, I opted for a free platform with limited features. It wasn't fancy, but it got the job done. Next came product selection. I knew I had to find something trendy and in demand, but also within my budget. After hours of scrolling through endless product listings, I settled on phone accessories, specifically those cute and quirky phone cases everyone seemed to love. They were relatively cheap to source, lightweight for shipping, and had a broad target audience. With my store set up and products chosen, it was time to make it look somewhat presentable. I spent hours browsing free stock photo websites, trying to find images that didn't scream generic online store. I wrote product descriptions that were actually engaging, or at least I tried to, and made sure my website was easy to navigate, even if it wasn't winning any design awards. Choosing phone cases was just the first step. I had to find reliable suppliers who offered quality products at prices that would allow me to make a profit. Thankfully, platforms like AliExpress and Alibaba were a dropshipper's best friend. They had a massive selection of suppliers and products, all at wholesale prices. I spent days researching different suppliers, comparing prices and reading reviews. I learned the hard way that not all suppliers are created equal. Some had faster shipping times, while others offered better customer service. I even ordered a few sample products to test the quality and see how long shipping took. It was a tedious process, but I knew that finding the right suppliers was crucial to my success. I needed suppliers who could provide quality products, on-time shipping, and decent customer service. After all, my customers wouldn't be too happy if their phone cases arrived broken or took months to arrive. With my store up and running, it was time to get the word out. Paid advertising was out of the question with my limited budget, so I had to get creative. Social media became my best friend. I created accounts for my store on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok, because why not? I posted eye-catching photos and videos of my phone cases using relevant hashtags to reach a wider audience. I engaged with potential customers in the comments section, answering questions and building relationships. I even convinced a few friends to share my store on their social media accounts. It wasn't easy to stand out in the crowded world of social media marketing, but I was determined to make the most of my free resources. I experimented with different content formats, posting everything from product photos to funny memes related to phone cases. I even ran a few small giveaways to generate buzz and attract new followers. My first sale, and the emotional roller coaster that followed. After days of hustling, I woke up to the most beautiful sight, an email notification saying I had made a sale. I couldn't believe it. Someone out there in the vast world of the internet had actually purchased one of my phone cases. It was a small sale, but it felt like a massive victory. That first sale was a huge motivator. It proved that my idea had potential and that people were willing to buy what I was selling. It also gave me valuable data. I learned which products were popular, what kind of marketing messages resonated with my audience, and how much profit I could realistically make. But along with the highs came the lows. There were days when I wouldn't get any sales and I'd start to doubt myself. I'd question my product choices, my marketing strategies, and even my ability to run a business. It was an emotional roller coaster, but I learned to ride the waves and stay focused on my goals. Dealing with unexpected challenges. Dropshipping wasn't without its challenges. One of the biggest hurdles was dealing with customer service issues. Since I wasn't handling shipping or inventory, I had limited control over the process. When a customer had an issue with their order, I had to rely on my supplier to resolve it. This sometimes led to frustrating situations where I felt stuck between an unhappy customer and an unresponsive supplier. I learned the importance of clear communication, both with my customers and suppliers. I also realized the value of having backup suppliers in case one didn't work out. Another challenge was managing my time effectively. Between running my online store, marketing my products, and handling customer service, dropshipping could be surprisingly time-consuming. I had to learn to prioritize tasks, automate what I could, and set realistic expectations for how much I could accomplish each day. Lessons learned. Dropshipping wisdom from a $50 entrepreneur. My $50 dropshipping experiment was a crash course in entrepreneurship. I learned that starting a business, no matter how small, takes a lot of work, dedication, and resilience. I also learned some valuable lessons specific to dropshipping. First, niche down and choose a specific target audience. It's easier to stand out and market your products when you're not trying to appeal to everyone. Second, invest in your brand. Even if you have a limited budget, create a strong brand identity, write compelling product descriptions, and provide excellent customer service. Third, leverage the power of social media. It's a free and effective way to reach your target audience and build a community around your brand. And finally, be patient and persistent. Success in dropshipping, like any business, takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results overnight. So, was it worth it? So, did I turn my $50 into a dropshipping empire? Not quite. But I did gain valuable experience, learned a ton about running an online business, and even made a few sales along the way. More importantly, I proved to myself that it's possible to start a side hustle with very little money and a whole lot of determination. Dropshipping isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's not for everyone. But if you're willing to put in the work, learn from your mistakes, and adapt to the ever-changing world of e-commerce, it can be a rewarding and potentially profitable side hustle. And who knows, maybe one day, I'll revisit the world of dropshipping with a slightly larger budget and even bigger dreams. Hey, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.